Where do you hear this stocking stuffer story? Back in a minute. Hey, this is Jan from New York City, and I love, love, love helping people to keep some more of their hard earned money. How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember this story, and I said, you know what? I have to make an audio about it and share this. I thought it was so cute. Right now, majority of us are many people. I don't know how many people, but a lot of people are stuffing Christmas or holiday season stockings with cute little gifts. I mean, from the sublime to the ridiculous, and maybe in the midst of wrapping a bunch of listen to me, a bunch of papers with paper, a bunch of gifts while you're listening to this, whether you're listening to it tonight or tomorrow, whatever, it's totally fine. But I got to tell you this story. Now, this is a true story. I saw it on TV about 5 or 6 years back. So anyway, it's a story of a married couple, both of them, very, good working people that one was the wife, and what she loved to do was wrap tons and tons of gifts. She was always, well prepared with gifts and wrapping them and putting a lot of effort into the holiday. Okay. And she had a wonderful husband, has a wonderful husband. I hope he's still around, assuming yes, that both of them are around. And her husband seems like a very nice man, hard worker. In fact, too hard of a worker. That particular year, he worked very, very hard at the grind, burning the midnight oil, and somehow forgetting that Christmas was like literally like an hour away. I know it was very close to the moment of Christmas, and I believe it was Christmas Eve, and he was still almost burning almost the midnight oil until, like, like it dawned on him, like, wait a minute, I got to get my wife something. So just imagine the wife with all the gifts surrounding, the home, all wrapped up and ready, ready to go. She probably presumed her husband would be coming in with a bunch of gifts, like Santa Claus type thing. But that wasn't the case. So what happened was, oh my gosh, gentleman figured out, I have to get something. So he stopped off at one of those like local convenience type of lottery type stores. So he figured, you know what, I'm going to just pick up a couple of scratch off tickets, throw it in an envelope or an actual stocking. I don't quite remember the physical thing that he wrapped it in. So she has all these gifts like waiting around for him to open. When he walks in, as nothing visible that she could see. So of course he probably had the card or the stockings or whatever, or just the plain tickets in his pocket. So of course it looked like he walked in with zero. So you could just like imagine the look of dismay and the feeling of disappointment that his wife had, considering all the effort that she put forth into everything. And needless to say, she was disappointed. And I kind of sort of think she let him know about it, if I recall the episode correctly. So anyway, I guess she started opening, or he started opening up some of the wrapped gifts that his sweet wife, had given. And then finally, at some point, she's very like reticent about opening up whatever little package or envelope or tiny stocking that her husband had. So she opens up the envelope or whatever, and there's like maybe, I don't know if it was two or three, maybe 5 or 10 scratch offs, just scratch off tickets. So of course she unscratched one, nothing. Unscratched another one, maybe a minor prize was on it. Then push comes to shove. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that something of a huge thing occurred on the last card. Well, it turned out that they hit the big, big jackpot prize. So much so that it ended up on the lottery show, how, that lottery changed their life type show. Can you imagine? Now I'm wondering something. What did she think of that Christmas gift after all that? Did it change her mind at all? But yeah, that was pretty darn amazing. It must have been, I don't remember the number of the prize. Who out there remembers this episode of that show? It aired about 5 or 6 years ago, but I never forgot the story of how this wife went out of her way, wrapping the gifts, and of course the disappointment. Oh boy, lottery ticket. There's nothing wrong, by the way, in giving lottery tickets in a card or a stocking stuffer. What is wrong is to not realize that December 25th, meaning Christmas holiday, is not there. I mean, we kind of know that it's there in September, October. We kind of know that it's there in November. We know that it's there. We know that date exists in January, February, March, or the rest of the year. We know that for the majority, if not my entire life, for my entire life, it has been fixed on Christmas holiday is celebrated here in the United States on December 25th. That has not changed. Unlike when I was a kid in the ancient dinosaur days, growing up in the 1960s, for example, I used to have February was a great month for a kid back in the day because we used to have separate holidays for the presidents. We used to have no school on Lincoln's birthday. We used to have no school on Washington's birthday. And I think there was some other day in between, somewhere I forget which one it was, but that month felt like just like a very light month, and it was because February was only 28 days anyway. But Christmas has not changed. So therefore, we have plenty of advance notice, no excuses offered for those that celebrate and exchange gifts. There's no excuse offered if it means anything to you, like, gee, I did not know that Christmas is on the 25th of December. But their whole life changed. Their whole life changed. And actually, I'm really glad for more than one reason because that poor lady was so disappointed initially. Here's the question, though. The question begs, could something like this happen to you? Could something like this happen to me? I don't see why not. If it happened to an ordinary married couple, I mean, why could it happen to any one of us? So that little element of surprise, even if it's, I'm not saying go overboard with scratch off tickets. Please don't ever misinterpret that message on this video. But it doesn't hurt to, let's say, limit it to one or two and just maybe throw it in a card or something or in a stocking. You just never know. So I just thought I'd mention that little tidbit of a fun story. How many of you out there have ever given scratch off tickets in stockings? How many of you out there have ever won anything from one of those scratch off tickets from a stocking? I would love to hear a fun stocking stuffer story. Say that 10 times fast. Anything. It doesn't have to be, scratch off. One of my most memorable, I remember this gift so much when I was a kid, in a stocking stuffer, sometimes the smallest things in the stocking stuffers are like so cute. My first experience getting a Prince, that beautiful cologne by a Prince. And I think it sings songs in the wind. Oh, it was so cute. And its little crown bottle. I loved it. I was like, oh, I was like a preteen. And that was like my first one like that. I never forgot it. It was adorable. I think that's such a beautiful fragrance. Anyway, but that's besides the point. Hey, listen, want to wish everybody a great remainder of the weekend. Tomorrow afternoon at either 1 or 2 p.m., I'm going to have a Sunday afternoon upload, just saying. I'm going to talk to you about terms, common terms that are used in a grocery store that might confuse people, or maybe some people never heard of or just don't understand. So, we'll talk about that tomorrow. And everybody have an amazing, fantastic remainder of this weekend, the weekend a week before Christmas. Hey, listen, don't let anything bother you. Just negative news, stay away from it. Negative information, stay away from it. Somebody gives you bad vibes, just discount it. Just enjoy your day, enjoy your life. Have an amazing one. Take good care now. Trying to find my closeout for the show. Where are you, closeout for the show? Where are you, closeout for the show? Here we go. Take care, everybody.